Welcome to Around Kitsap. My name is Charlene Burnett. Today we're at the Dispute Resolution Center of Kitsap County. We're in Old Silverdale on Washington. This organization is a thriving nonprofit that is celebrating its 25th anniversary. For a small nonprofit in our community, that is huge. So we're going to celebrate with them a little bit and learn about the history of this organization, talk to some crucial and key players that help this organization stay thriving. My first guest today is the current board president, and her name is Kathy Gallington. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you.
So, Kathy, give us a little bit tell us about your other life other than being on the board. What are you doing in the community?
Well, currently I hold a position as the Director of Human Resources for the Doctors Clinic.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with the Dispute Resolution Center?
So it's probably been about 10 years ago, 10 or 12 years ago, I was looking for a way to give back to the community. I was looking for a volunteer opportunity, and I liked the idea of mediation. I also was looking for ways to improve my professional side of my life, and saw that there was a training, and we call it affectionately here the 40 hour, because it's 40 hours of professional mediation training. And I attended that mediation training, and it was truly a life-changing experience. So at the time, I was actually going through my own divorce, and I found that it helped me in my own divorce and my own conversations with my soon-to-be ex-husband and planning for our child and how we were going to raise her and all the details of how that was going to work. Certainly taught me applicable skills with my job and really learning, conflict and the roots of conflict, how to help people resolve their conflict. And so became very passionately aware of this 40-hour training, and subsequently have sent a significant numbers of our management team to the training because I think there's skills that they need to have in interacting both with patients and with employees and with each other. So
great idea. So not just only benefits personally, but to your organization and your whole family.
And my life.
Yeah, your whole life, exactly. Tell us about the board. How many board members are there, and is there a need for other members?
Absolutely. Currently we have 9 people sitting on the board. We would like to have as many as 12 to 15, so we're currently recruiting. We like to find people from a variety of backgrounds. So we have folks that come from the business world, we have folks that come from the nonprofit world, in different areas like legal, human resources, marketing, finance. And we try to keep a mix of those folks on the board, and we currently have a pretty good mix. It's a great organization. If you can't give time to be a mediator and learn how to mediate, that's okay. It's a smaller time commitment, and so it really allows me to volunteer and doesn't take a heck of a lot of time like being a mediator would. So
great. So for more information on how to pursue a position on the board, or if you want to know more about the Dispute Resolution Center of Kitsap County, you can go to the website, www.kitsapdrc.org.
perfect.
Thanks, Kathy, for your time today, and thanks for your work in our community. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Around Kitsap. Our next guest today at the Dispute Resolution Center of Kitsap County is founding board member and first full-time executive director, Dot Lintz. Dot, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So in 1990, there was a dream. Tell us about how you were a founding member. Tell us how it all started.
Okay. Actually, there were 2 people, Susan Daniel, who was a family law attorney in Port Orchard, and Greg Abel, who at that time was working for the Central Kitsap School District as a counselor. And they'd both been involved in the same divorce case. Greg's role had been to advocate for the children in the case. And it was a horrible divorce, and I remember them telling me that the people spent the children's education fund getting the divorce, and they were saying there had to be a better way. And so they got together 4 other friends,
like-minded people.
Like-minded people, another family law attorney, I remember, another person in the mental health field. And they started talking, they met for a few months, and then they invited people to be on a full board, and so that was the founding board. And
Wow.
I think it was middle of 1990.
Fabulous. Where was the first home of the Dispute Resolution Center?
Our first office, which we opened in early 1991, was in downtown Bremerton, in the Land Title Building.
And you stayed downtown for a few years?
We did for about 10 years, I think.
And now they're in this great old house in Old Town Silverdale. We're on Washington.
Right.
Great facility, very welcoming as you
Right,
come in.
right.
How has this organization been able to stay so thriving and vibrant, Dot?
I think there's two reasons. The first reason are the people. Not only the people, the people that volunteer here to mediate and the people that work here, but the people who come to mediation. I think it's a big challenge to come and put all your information, all your secrets, all your stories out in front of strangers. And they've kept this organization going. And then the other thing is mediation itself. It's people come in to mediate and they don't know what they're getting into, and it's a little scary, and they find out it's a really safe place to talk about difficult issues.
That's really excellent. I think the big message there is the word of mouth. If you're in need of a mediation services, this is the place to come to, and people have a positive experience, they're going to share that. They're going to tell others and tell others and tell others.
That's right.
Dot, are you still involved in the organization?
Yes, I'm still doing mediations.
Good for you.
Not as many as I used to, but yes.
Yeah. So what do you feel is the best when people attend mediation? Maybe they're skeptical. They're maybe coming in with a lot of skepticism. What's the little message that makes them kind of go, oh, maybe this is going to be all right?
I think that the mediators are trained to I don't know quite how to say it. That the mediators are trained to be real inviting and real warming and create a safe environment. And most of the mediators work real slowly with the clients to get them to open up. And once people begin to realize that this is a safe place, nobody's going to be making judgments about you. We're here to listen to your story, have you share your story, and hopefully help you come to some resolution yourself.
Excellent.
We're not going to tell you what to do.
Bingo. Very, very good. Well, Dot, we want to thank you for, number one, helping create this fabulous organization, keeping involved and keeping the organization thriving. And thanks so much for your commitment to this community and the work. It's wonderful.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here and helping us get the message out.
That's awesome. So stay with us. We're going to hear some testimonials about Dispute Resolution Center of Kitsap County. Next, we're going to talk to Mary. She's the current executive director. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Tim Thompson. I am the former Chief Executive Officer of Port of Bremerton. About 2 years ago, I was approached by the Kitsap Dispute Resolution Center to address a case that was important to the port of vandalism on port property in Port Orchard. The other party was a adolescent young girl who admitted to the vandalism, and we thought this was a good case to bring to this center. And I'm pleased to comment that the resolution was in fact favorable to both parties, and I believe that the positive outcome led to a girl who is adding to the community in a positive way. I must emphasize what I thought was why this was such a positive experience was because of the pleasure of working with the staff here at the Dispute Resolution Center, which I considered extremely professional in all of the parts of the program and the process we went through. What specifically struck me was the level of dignity displayed by the staff here in how they went about the process, which I think added to the effectiveness of the positive outcome at the end.
Hi, my name is Julia Larson, and I'm a volunteer mediator and trainer here with the Kitsap Dispute Resolution Center. I started this a few years ago. I had been doing a lot of facilitation in the environmental and land use fields, but I'd always wanted to try the mediation. And the opportunity came up to take the class, and I found it of more value even than I thought I possibly could. The people teaching the class had so much energy and compassion, and I was just totally thrilled to take the class. And when I got done, I said, I definitely want to become a certified mediator, which I then proceeded to do. I love the fact that I get to work with lots of different people. I work with parenting plans. I get to work with parents and teens. I've been into the juvenile detention center working with the youth, and the women's correctional facility working with some of the women there. It has just been a joy to get involved with these people and help them communicate better and listen to each other and come up with some real life solutions that work in their life.
Welcome back to Around Kitsap. Joining me now is the current Executive Director of Dispute Resolution Center of Kitsap County, Mary Hancock. Welcome, Mary.
Thanks for having me here today.
We have had a really enjoyable morning being enlightened about this fabulous, thriving nonprofit organization in Old Silverdale. We're on Washington Avenue in Old Silverdale. Mary, tell us about your background with the Dispute Resolution Center. How did you get involved? What was your first taste?
Well, actually, I had seen some of the trainings advertised in the paper, and I'd been a little bit curious, but finally I said, you know, I'm just going to check this out. So I went to a 40-hour training in 2003, and I say I fell in love with conflict. It was one of those experiences where you go, if I had known this 20 years ago, many avenues in my life might have gone differently. I believe they're life skills, and they're important for every level of society to be aware of and to know and to have as a set of skills that they can use as they navigate the world. Conflict's part of life.
Conflict is part of life.
And it's helpful to know how to engage with it in a healthy and productive way.
Mary, tell us about what do you look for in a person that's going to take the 40-hour? How do you know they're going to be the right one? Do they need to be a good listener? Do they need to have a compassionate heart? What is it that you're looking for?
Actually, for people to take the class, we're looking for anyone. Anyone, maybe it's someone that's retired, maybe it's a young mother, maybe it's a school teacher, someone in HR. Really, from any aspect of the community here in Kitsap, we teach some of those skills. We teach good learning skills, listening skills. We teach how to engage in a conversation in a productive way. We also teach how to not become part of a conflict. When two people are involved in a disagreement, how to help them perhaps talk through it without becoming part of the conflict yourself. So it's really for everyone. Many people that come to our training don't go on to become mediators. They take these skills and take it back into their current profession or back into just their daily lives. So we touch all kinds of people from all areas of our Kitsap society.
So valuable skills in life is what you're going to come out with. Mary, break down the 40-hour training. Is it one day a week for so many weeks? How does it balance out?
Well, we are experimenting with some different ways of doing it, but what we're doing right now is a Thursday evening all day Friday, all day Saturday, 1 week, and then the following week, again, a Thursday evening, all day Friday, all day Saturday. One of the reasons for that is to sort of minimize the disruption for people who are working, so that they don't have to take a lot of time away. It also ends up being a pretty convenient schedule for our trainers, because we have volunteer trainers that work with us to put on this professional training, and many of them have other jobs that they do when they're not working and volunteering for the DRC. So that also minimizes the disruption in their lives.
Excellent. Dispute Resolution Center of Kitsap County has numerous other trainings, and Mary, start listing some of the trainings that your organization offers.
Well, we offer trainings in domestic violence awareness, victim offender mediation. We offer trainings in group facilitation. That's another thing that we do here in the county that many people aren't aware of. We are excellent at facilitating meetings and board retreats, things of that nature. Perhaps a homeowners association meeting.
Oh, interesting.
So we have that training. We also have training for workplace conflict. Perhaps just
parenting.
General.
Is there parenting?
There is parenting conflict.
Yeah, and
but a lot of
teenager should be taking something like
well,
this.
we have parenting training as well, but and we actually teach teens through the school systems to engage in mediations with some of our adults mediators. In fact, we have some teens that have come through the peer mediation program and have become adult mediators for this center. So that's always exciting to see. They have developed a sound basis of life skills in going through these programs, so that it's just become sort of inherent in their nature.
You mentioned peer mediation, and youth are involved in that. Do they use those skills then at school to help fellow students?
They absolutely do. We have someone at the school that we work with who is the one that coordinates it on the school grounds, but we actually go into the schools and train youth to be peer mediators, and then they can help their fellow students engage with conflict in a different way. So it's an exciting program for us, and I also think it is a powerful program of teaching leadership skills, as well as sort of bolstering a school's culture against perhaps bullying.
Huge topic, huge topic. Wow. So the Dispute Resolution Center isn't just about mediation. It is about conflict, and it is about working through those things. But the amount of training that you can come and receive at this nonprofit organization, the list goes on and on.
It does.
Mary, share with us address, phone number, website, because those are the critical things. Folks can walk in and get information. You can make a phone call. You can check their website. Share that with us, please.
Okay, our phone number is 360-698-0968. We're located in Old Town Silverdale at 9004 Washington Avenue Northwest, Silverdale. And additionally, you can find out information regarding our programs, upcoming trainings, and special events on our website, www.kitsapdrc.org.
Mary, thanks for joining us, and thank you for your passionate work for Kitsap Dispute Resolution Center, and thanks for joining us today around Kitsap.